Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charles Peace. In today's video, we'll be making a beautiful sleeveless dress with new flare. So guys, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell icon to be notified anytime I upload a new video. Now I'll be combining these two fabrics. This will be the down new flare, while this will be the main dress, and it will have a flounce at the shoulder side. So let's get started immediately. The first thing is to cut out the main fabric, which is, I'm using an African fabric for it. This is Ankara fabric. So I'll go ahead and cut out for the body of the dress first. Now I'll go ahead and turn my fabric to the wrong side. This is the front, so I'll fold it in from the wrong side. Now I've folded my fabric into. Now the widest part of the measurement is the hips. Is 32 inches divided into 4 will give me 8 inches. So the folding I have here is 10.5. So it's okay for the folding. The first thing I'll do is to mark the shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement is 13 inches divided into 2 will give me 6.5 inches. And I'll go ahead and add extra half an inch, which is 7 inches for the shoulder. For the armhole, I'll use 7.5 inches. I'm measuring from this line here. So I'm using 7.5 as the armhole. So I join the line together. Then under the armhole, which is the bust, I'll make the bust measurement is 28 inches. 28 divided by 4 will give me 7 inches. Is 7 inches. And I'll add extra 2 inches allowance. From the shoulder, the waist measurement is 15 inches. From this 15 inches, I'll take the waist circumference, which is 27 divided by 4 will give me 6.8 inches. This 6.8 inches. This is the waistline is having a dart, so I'll add 1 inch for the dart, then 2 inches allowance. Then for the hips, from this point I will measure 6 inches. But altogether, before I start the shoulder to the new flare, where the new flare will start, is 27 inches. So I'll go ahead and add extra 1 inch for the joining both the down and the upper side. So I will make a straight line here. So this is the length here. So here will be the hip measurement, which is 32 inches divided into 4 will give me 8 inches plus 2 inches allowance. So altogether, I'm having 10 inches here. So the same 10 inches for the downside here, where the flare will start, I will reduce 1 inch from it. I'm having 10 inches as the hip line, so I will make this place 9 inches. So I'll go ahead and join the lines together with my straight ruler. Then the neckline, I'm using 3 inches by 4 inches for the neckline. Then I'll put 1 inch shoulder slant. So I'm having 6.5 divided into 2. I'll mark the half, that's the midpoint here. I'll come in by half an inch. Then curve it from this point to this point. Okay. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. This curve here will be basically for the front. So for the back, I'm not going to add the curve. I'll just cut it straight. Okay. Then I will not be cutting the front neckline until I cut the back. I will place it to cut out for the back pieces. Now I'll add extra 2 inches for the zip allowance here. You can make it 1.5, you can make it 2 inches. So I want it to have enough allowance. That's why I'm making it 2 inches. So that by the time I turn my lining, it will remain 1.5 as the allowance there. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Now for the back neckline, I'll use 2 inches. While the front is 4 inches. I'll go ahead and open it up. Now the next thing I'll cut with this fabric, I want the flounce to have combination of the plain and the African fabric. So I'll go ahead and cut out for the flounce. So this 8.5 by 8.5. I'll cut 2 inches radius. I will use the length of 6 inches. So I'll use this to cut out for the plain one. So we are done with the Ankara side. So I'll fold it into 4. The length of the dress is 38 inches and I cut from shoulder to the knee 27 inches. So 38 minus 27 will give me 11 inches. So the length of the peplum will be 11 inches. So I'll go ahead and fold in 15 inches. So the circumference I'm working with will be 8 inches. Because of the allowance, I want it to be 8 inches. I can reduce it by half an inch, but I want exactly that hip measurement so that if it's more, I can print it. I can use hip measurement, but I reduce hip measurement by 1 inch. So I'll be cutting 31 inches. So 32 divided by 4 will be 8 inches. Now for the radius here, if I use 5 inches as the radius, let's see, 5 inches for the radius. For the knee flare, I remove 1 inch. Instead of 32, it will be 31 inches. So divided by 6.28, that is to determine the radius, it will be 4.9 inches. But I'll make it 5 inches approximately. So I'm using 5 inches for the radius. That's the radius is 5 inches. But by the time you trace it, it's supposed to be 8 inches. You can see it's exactly 8 inches. Now for the length will be 11 inches. So the folding here is supposed to be 18 by 18 inches. 18 by 18 inches. Now let's take the radius, which is 5 inches round. So I'll measure the radius round. I will join the lines from this point. Then the length is 11 inches. I will go ahead and add half an inch for the joining. I'll add 1 inch here. That is 12 inches. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'm not going to open it up. It will be like, because it's down flare. So the next thing I'll be cutting out is the second peplum, that is the flounce that will be attaching at the sleeve side. Then I'll fold it, the two folded parts to the two folded parts. I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then I'll open it up like so. I'll face it right side facing each other. Then I'll go ahead for the sewing. I'll sew round this edge, close up the two sides, and as well close up this leaving. I will leave like 1.5 inches where I will pull it out inside out to the right side. Then after, then I'll top stitch. So guys, we are done with the cutting. We have cut out the main body of the dress, the down flare, and the flounce. So what I'll do, I'll go now and cut the lining for both front and the back pieces of the main dress, and I'll turn it with my line. But before then, I want to mark the dart. For the dart, I'll mark 9.5 inches here, 15 inches for the dart. I'll mark 9.5 inches, 15 inches, and then 21 inches. Then I'll mark 3 inches here, 3 inches here, and as well 3 inches here. So at this waistline, I'll just have to minus half an inch from this side and half an inch this side to making it this 1 inch that we added here. So I'll go ahead and join this line to this line and this point to this point. Then I'll join it together. This will be my dart. I'll do the same. Now, because of the zip allowance, which is 2 inches, 2 plus 3 is 5 inches. Now, at the waistline, I will as well remove half an inch this side, half an inch the other side. Then I'll join it with my straight ruler. Guys, we are done with the darts. After sewing through all the darts, so after cutting my lining, I'll go ahead and turn it, sew through the neckline, the zipper side, the two sides. I will close up the armhole as well. Remember, it's a sleeveless dress, so I'll close up the armhole, leaving the shoulder line open, close up the neckline. So guys, you can see I've sewn the lining round. This is the down flay peplum, and I've turned it to the right side and top stitch. This is for the flounce. I've as well sewn it round. I'll go ahead and notch as well, then turn it to the right side. So I'll go ahead and turn it to the right side. So the next thing I'll do is to top stitch on it, then iron. I'll iron it, both the two peplum. Now this is the body of the dress. I've already sewn the dart. You can see the darts. Is the two back pieces. I sewed the dart before sewing the lining. You can see this is the two darts and this is the lining. So the next thing is to turn. I sewed round both the armhole because it's a sleeveless dress. So I'll go ahead and notch the neck round and the armhole line as well. Then I'll turn it to the right side. So guys, I've turned out all these bodies. I've turned it out to the right side. The next thing I'll do is to give it a nice ironing. After ironing, I'll place the back pieces together, close it up, fix my zipper. I'll first iron it. After ironing, I'll close it up with 1.5 inches. We use 2 inches as the allowance, the zip allowance. I've already used half an inch to sew the lining. So what I'll do then is to close it up with 1.5 inches. I gave enough allowance on it. So I'll go ahead and add zipper as well. After adding zipper, I will then join both the back pieces and the front pieces. But how I will join the shoulder line, I will have to insert this to place the right side facing each other. I have to insert this on one side, you can see. Then from the inside, I'll place it like so. Fabric to fabric, lining to lining. Then I'll go ahead and sew with half an inch. You can see I'll do the same thing to the second side. Just from the inside, I'll close it up with half an inch, close the other side with half an inch. After closing it at the shoulder line, I'll as well place each of them together and close it up with 1 inch at the two sides. Okay, just close it up with 1 inch. Then I'll show you the next thing to do, which is the fixing of the peplum and the flounce. So guys, after sewing, this is how it looks. This is the dress. I've fixed the down peplum. You can see how it looks. the zipper. You can see it's a sleeveless dress. Okay, and this is the front. The next thing is to attach the flounce. I just have to fold it the way I want. I'll tack it like so. Just fold it this way. Just drag it. Make sure you tack it from the down. Each one you fold, you hold it. Then I'll go ahead and fix it. This is where it will come. This is where I'll be placing it at this shoulder side. So to come like so, just go ahead and tack it very well from the inside. So the dress is done. So I hope this video is helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon to be notified anytime I upload a new video. Drop your comments at the comment section.